Today we're going to be doing a lower body, so leg, glute, and kind of like more of an upbeat workout, so more kind of at a faster pace. So if you wanted to set a playlist, that could be great. Something upbeat around like 120 BPMs, if kind of like, so we can stay on the beat on an 8 count. If not, just follow along with me. We're going to start with a warm-up to get moving, get warm, and then we'll take it from there. So we're going to start in an all-fours position. Your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees under your hips. So finding that core engagement first, and then we're going to round, flexing your spine, looking towards your thighs, and then into a extension. As always, your kneecaps are pointing forward. The tops of your shins are flat, as are the tops of your feet. So as I flex my spine, I like to push all those kind of grounding points into the mat. And then as I continue that flexion, not only am I rounding my upper back, but I'm also focusing more on my lumbar. So that low abdominal into your spine here. Pull in and then extend, release. 2 more times. And then as far as your breathing pattern, I'm going to let you decide whether you want to inhale and exhale in what parts, what segments. And then come on in. Again, continuing that warm up in opposite arm leg reach. Maintaining stability, keeping your gaze on a fixed point, but also keeping length in your neck. So I'm not allowing my head to drop here. I want to keep that length in my cervical spine. That's your neck, if you were wondering. And we continue this reach, finding balance, and maybe kind of taking it up a little bit higher of a tempo, maintaining that length and balance for 6. I'm going to hold in 3, 2, hold on 1. From here, I'm going to take my right hand behind my head. I'm going to rotate in, take an inhale here, and then externally rotate to open. Now you can do this with your foot down, a little bit easier here. Or you can float the leg up, a little bit more of a challenge. Kind of decide where you want to land with it today. Two more. I'm focusing on the opening through my rib cage. Last time. And then come down. Second side, find the balance first. Then the hand comes behind your head. My elbow's gonna go wide. I'm gonna rotate in on the inhale and then open on my exhale. And then again, decide if you want to keep your foot up or down. I'm gonna keep mine down because for me, this side in particular is a lot tighter. So I can get more opening through my rib cage. Release to, I think about 4 more here. Yeah, let's go 4. Keep the abdominals drawn in for 3. For 2. 1, come center, bring it on down, nicely done. And then we go. We're gonna set up in our first plank. So widening your stance. If you have a wrist crankiness this morning, I want you to come right down to your forearms. If not, stay elevated onto your palms, and let's tap a shoulder. So I'm gonna widen the stance of my legs because that helps keep my hips more stable. And I would like you to do the same. The closer your legs are, of course, you can stay here, but you might find a little bit more of a wobble, more of a challenge. I want you to continue tapping, pulling your belly in and even squeezing through your glutes here. That should help keep some of the balance. About 10 more taps. Keep your neck long, not dropping your head for 3, 2, 1. Right forearm down into a side plank hold. So from here, I'm gonna lift through my ribs, stack my hips, draw the belly in, and Left hand can be up. Left hand can be down on your mat for a little more balance, and you're gonna kind of decide where you wanna land with it. Stay strong through that right shoulder. Push your entire right forearm into your mat for another 10 seconds. Hold. And breathe. And even smile. Last 5, 4. We're gonna not come down. In 3, come right back to the center right here. Hold. Now, in 10 seconds, you're gonna go into your second side plank. I'm gonna change my direction so I can face you guys. And I'm back in. Let's rotate down. Left forearm comes down. Stack your hips and lift. Now, as far as your balance of it all, your right leg, your top leg rather, can be in front of the bottom leg. You're gonna kind of figure that out for yourself. And we hold, lift from the belly, lift away from your mat, and hold another 10 seconds. Soften your gaze, soften your jaw for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now we're down the middle. So forearms, and I'm gonna zip here and hold. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right up to the palms, knees down. Let's go into a set of push-ups, bend and lift. You can do this on your toes if you want. I'm gonna go knees today. And let's just kind of burn these out to get some heat here. 5 more. 2. Last time. And then we are good to go. Okay. I think we're warm. We're gonna get into it. So, like I mentioned when we started, it's gonna be lots of glutes and legs, and we're gonna go right into it. So you're gonna start all fours. We're gonna lift and lower to start. So you're gonna be in an all fours position. You can always be down on your forearms too. Actually, let's all come down to our forearms. That takes a little pressure off your wrists. And it makes this more accessible for everybody in the room. But setting up in a forearm position, again, the length in your neck, so important not to drop your head. And now we're gonna tap out, tap back. So working your glute max, also your glute medius when we tap to the side. You should feel some obliques starting to get involved, especially when you tap out. 3, we'll stay tapped out in 2. And 1, last time, and stay tapped. I'm gonna lift a little bit, so I'm more of an angle here, and I'm just gonna lift and lower on this side angle. So I'm getting the outside of my right thigh. Keep lifting as I talk for another moment. Outside of the right thigh, rather, and then your glute medius, that's your side seat. And depending on how tight your hips are, your leg might be way forward than mine, your leg might be a little bit behind mine, and you're just gonna kind of honor where you are, and that's fine. Let's continue, but we're gonna slightly change our position. So now up and up. So I've come onto my palms now. For 6, so we've been doing about 20 or so taps. You're probably burning for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, back down to the forearms. We're gonna go 1 kick back, 1 kick at an angle. So not quite as far back as we were, as far to the side as you were. So 1 straight back behind you and 1 then out on an angle. And I'm adding up like a reach and then a slight bend, extend of my leg. And keep going for 5, 4, 3, 2, hold back on 1, just bend and kick. Little squeezes, bend, kick for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and in. Now, not only is your right side burning, but your left side is burning too. That's your stabilizer, and that's right. So we're gonna continue focusing on the right leg. We're gonna step it forward. So I'm set up in a split stance lunge. I'm gonna come up and then down. And if you notice, I'm slightly hinged forward at my hips here. So instead of being vertical, which is great, that's a great lunge setup, today we're gonna be slightly hinged. So I get a little bit more focus on my right glute as opposed to my right quad. Pushing through my right foot to come up and down for 6. We're gonna hold low and hover for 5, for 4, 3, 2, 1, now hold. I'm gonna hinge and then come back. Hinge, my back left leg extends. I'm building heat, a lot of work. Right now I'm feeling my entire right glute. Two more, and then hold, hands down, and we stretch. Nicely done. Roll yourself up, walk to the back of the mat, and we roll down. Arms come up. We're continuing. We're just moving as we go. We're walking out. We're in our plank. Knees down. Left leg, we lift, and we tap up and to the side. So we went right into your second side here. And I think we actually were on the forearms on the first side. And this is where we were. Sorry guys, I'm jumping ahead. So we just started with the lift and lower. The second side, it's gonna be a touch more challenging just because we're already fatigued on the leg that we just worked. So you're already feeling that burn on the stabilizing side right away. 6 more and then we tap. And here we go. We're out, we're back, we're out, we're back. This is where you feel a little bit of your left oblique start to come into play. And then in 5, we're gonna hold to the left and just lift it lower. In 4, 3, 2, hold left, just lift lower here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1. Now we come up, we did that 1 kick back, 1 kick on the angle, 1 back, 1 angle. And now you can kind of decide how you want to be with your upper body. We did 1 kick to at an angle, 1 kick back. Six more. 3, 2, 2, 1. 1 step the left foot forward, and now we're set up. So we set up in that split stance. I'm going to base slightly forward. I'm going to lift and lower here. I'm at a slight pitch, and as I pitch, I'm drawing my navel in away from my spine here, so I have my strong powerhouse center. 3 more. 3, watch your balance. 2, 1, hold, extend, come back. Ooh, if you need something to grab onto, grab on. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold, walk forward, and we stretch. Nicely done, everybody. Roll yourself up. We're gonna build a little bit more heat and then start to slow it down to finish, everyone. So we're gonna finish, or we're gonna, almost there. So we're gonna go into standing roll downs. So your arms float up, that's an inhale, we float. You guys know these by now, we work it out. You can either hold your plank or add a push-up in. You walk your hands back towards your feet, and then we roll up segment by segment. Continue at your own pace, but if you want to pick up your heart rate, go a little bit higher of a tempo. One more, and let's stay down. Hold. Hold. Got an itch on my nose. Keep going. You're still in a hold. For 6. For 5. 4. 3. 2, and 1, and down. Breathe. Let's go right into our side plank. We were here when we started class. Feet are stacked, left shoulder blade is pushing into your mat, left form, and activate through that left shoulder to help keep that form. Continue your hold for 10 seconds. In 5, come back to the center for your second side. 3, 2, 1, come back through, hold a forearm plank. You're gonna continue to hold. I'm gonna switch sides so I'm facing you guys. Rotate the right forearm, and now for your second side plank hold. Either stack your feet or the top leg is in front of the bottom, and then stack your hips. Roll both hips so they're pointing directly at the wall in front of you. 10 more seconds here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, back down onto the knees. Push-ups on your toes or on your knees here. Burn these babies out. Let's go, guys. Keep going. 5, 3, 2, 1, and nicely done, everyone. Child's pose and recover. Okay, guys, that is it for us for today. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys soon.